Card. Okay. So, the next thing I want to show you is how I use Claude to uh, build like very simple, visualizations for things that I would not otherwise be doing, right? Like, so for instance, I was really curious how to look at how the weather changed over the last 3 decades. Let's say, I'm in my 30s and I want to see, when I was a kid, how was the weather and now how is the weather? Like, has it really gotten hotter or are the winters milder, things like that. This is just a curiosity. I mean, and like now AI really helps you do these sorts of comparisons at and do this really well, like, as a build these sorts of tools in like 5 to 10 minutes, right? Like, and that's what I want to show you. For instance, I mean, basically, okay, this prompt is really bad because I had asked Claude to give me ideas on the types of visualizations to do, but he gave me one of these ideas. So, and I said, okay, I just copy pasted the prompt it gave me. So it just says show visualization that lets you slide before and after uh, to look at impacts of things like climate change, and it gave me this idea, right? It gave me this sort of visualization. Again, this is an artifact. You can publish this, and you can then check, right? Like, so for instance, here it says, okay, 1900 versus 2020. So, I mean, this is a bad way to visualize data. So for instance, global average temperature in 2020 is 14.9 degrees, and in 1900 it's apparently 13.7. So we have this 1.2 degree increase average. Sea level is baseline. Now it's 24 centimeters higher. Arctic ice is 12 kilometers square. Now it's 4.7. And CO2 was also increased, things like that, right? Like, so this is a very, very simple static, right? Like, so it's only comparing these 2 years. And then I said, okay, why not try to do this and look at like build a tool that enables me to enter dates and then show me how things are across these two dates, right? Like, so then I went to Google AI Studio, which is I mean, yeah, so this is one of the most confusing crap like I've ever seen. I don't know why Google does it. Google has Gemini, Google has Google AI Studio, there's Vertex AI, which is also from Google. There's Notebook LM, which is another thing. So I mean, it's one of the worst ways of organizing your products. But anyway, there's this, which we are going to talk about also later in a standalone video on how much powerful this is. But this thing is very good actually. So what I did is I said, okay, I need a tool which gives me an option to pick two dates and compares the weather on the 2 days for New York City. Okay, I picked New York, but it can be some, other, I can say, okay, I'm from Hyderabad in India, so I can say, okay, in Hyderabad. It says, okay, there should be a nice visualization of various weather-related metrics with a slider. Again, I didn't specify what that means, what I could do. I also said, okay, use this API from OpenWeather. So what I just did is I went to Google and I said open weather historic data API free, something like this, right? And I got a bunch of these services. So I got like, Open Weather Map, Open Meteo, and things like that. So basically, I just clicked on a bunch of them. All of these are free services. I think you should know what an API means by now, but basically, okay, they have historic data, and then you just have to give them a latitude, longitude, and a date, and it'll give you the weather on that day. And this is similar, like it's very similar. So, it gives, say, latitude, longitude, and date, and it'll tell you like the weather. So, yeah, I just pasted. So, what I did is I just went to this page, right? And this is a long page. What I just did is copied everything, no structure, nothing. I just copied all of this and pasted it, right? Like, as you can see, product concepts, all of this. So we provide historic. I don't care. Like, I just didn't want to read this and figure out this is the API, this is what I have to give. I don't care. I just said, okay, this is my API key. This is my like all of the page, and it has information on different types of inputs that you can give, different types of things that you get to forecast weather, historic data, geocoding API. I don't care about all of these. Like I said, okay, you go and figure it out, right? Like, so just I'm giving you all of this. This is my API key, use it and give me something. And then it thought for some time, probably like a minute or so. And then it gave me, okay, firstly, it told me never embed your API key directly. Obviously, I know that's stupid. Like, it's a free API key, so I'm not, I don't care, to post it publicly. But yeah, if I was, had my Gemini API key or something that's connected to my credit card or something, I wouldn't do that. So it said that, but it gave me this, pretty long, like probably 500 lines of code, and it also told me what to do with it, right? Like, so what it said is, open a file called weathercompare.html, paste your content in that file, and that should work. Okay, I did that. And I realized that this API apparently does not do what I wanted to do. Then I just said, okay, not this. Like, let's use this other thing. So I went to open Mateo, and again I said, try the API, and I have a bunch of things here. So I just said, okay, try this API, right? Like, I didn't specify like what is the input, what is the output, anything. I just said use this API, right? And then again, it figured it out everything itself. It changed the code, gave me the code again. Then I copy pasted that code, and that is, I think, let's check. Okay, maybe it should be here in one of these. Yeah, this one, right? So this is the output that I got, right? Like that, I just put it in a file called 5.html, and this is the output I got. So I can enter two dates. So let's say 15 July 1996 and 15 July 2023. Let's say I want to compare the weather. Okay, so basically what it did is you got all of the data from that API for these two dates for that New York City, and it gave me a bunch of different things. So it gave me temperature, feels like, humidity, wind speed, clouds, and so on. Okay, I don't care about all these. So it gave me this option to click on these and unselect them, right? Like, so basically now I can quickly see only the, on in 96 July 15 versus 2023 July 15, what is the difference in weather, for instance. Okay, this is in Celsius. Okay, for Americans it's hard. I can understand Celsius. Anyway, so what it shows is that daytime temperatures on the same day are significantly higher. So the peak temperature was around 26 degrees Celsius. Probably it's around 80 maybe, but it's 29 degrees, which is probably 90, I don't know, something like that, Fahrenheit. And so I can also ask it, right? Like, so I can go back and say, don't give me weather in Celsius, do it in Fahrenheit. Um, right? Like, so this will give it, like, I can post this and it'll give me new code, right? Like, so that is good. And because I asked like this ridiculous thing about a slider, so it also implemented a slider. So it said, okay, you can check over time, during the day on these two dates. So for instance, at midnight, the temperature was 23, and it feels like 26. But as you go through the day, like for instance, at 9 a.m., it was already 30 degrees. Feels like it's much higher, right? Because of all the local conditions. But it also shows you precipitation, cloud cover, wind speed, and so on. And now I can give any date, any time, right? Like, this is a super useful tool. Okay, this is in the summer. Let's check in the winter. So I will say 12 versus 12, and then compare. So again, it gave me all of this thing. I'll just remove all of these other lines and we care about, let's say, feels like. Again, as you see, this green line is what it feels like. This is significantly higher, right? Like, it's much hotter. Like, so again, so in the morning it was around -2, -6, much colder in 2023. But during the day it was like much hotter. Like, there's this sort of 8 degrees change in temperature. And you can also, look at, these other metrics on how it went throughout the day. Right, and so this is a super convenient thing. It took me like really like 10 minutes to build this. And so this is very, very helpful for learning and about, and as you know, if I'm researching this type of thing, whatever things like that, this is very helpful. So this is one thing that was really impressive and that really helped me. The other thing that so one thing I can do is already it gave me this code now that is for Fahrenheit instead of Celsius. I can copy paste this, and I'm pretty sure I can just show you directly like that this is indeed what I did, right? Like maybe I'll just do this here, right? Like so I'll just paste this here. Let me just open this. So again, let's see, 12, 1, 21. Let's say this is 12/01/2022. Let's check. Okay, so now, yeah, it's in Fahrenheit, right? Like that's quite good. Okay, so that's, I'm showing you that this is not something that I lied about. This is it. So now if I want to say, okay, I want to do this, give me this dashboard or whatever I would say for Hyderabad, India instead of New York. Okay, so or I could just say, okay, I'll enter the latitude and longitude, and you can compute this thing based on that, right? Like so, instead of the New York City latitude longitude, they replace that with the one from Hyderabad in India. Again, like you can do this for your own hometown, right? Or like I said, like you can just say I will do it as a, I'll also show you that like don't hard code the location lat long. Give me an option to enter the latitude and longitude too, and show me the plots for the location. Also, do not only plot temperature, don't show wind speed, etc. So, this is another thing that we can do, right? Like, so by the way, this code is ready. So if you want to copy paste this, I can already do that, but let's wait until this thing is done. So, and it's already, made a plan. So it says, okay, you want to check latitude and longitude, get the time zone, and all of that stuff. So it's really, really complex. Again, if you want to build something like what I showed you here, like this would be like a few days of work for a developer, but now it's like a few seconds of work, which is just it's unbelievable. Let's check. Hopefully, I mean, obviously, this is an AI doing things based on text. Like I said, it's a few days of work, so it's not guaranteed that this thing will work. Let's just copy paste this. So by the way, I'll show you how many lines. So this is like almost 500 lines of code that it gave me. Again, I'm a programmer, so I understand some of this stuff. Like, but you don't need to understand. Like, I did not read a line of what it wrote. I just will open this. Okay, it says what is the latitude, longitude. Let's say go to Google Maps, and I'll say let's say go to Montreal maybe. I'll just right click here. Take this, right. So it's copy to my clipboard. So I'll go here, copy that. Uh, Paste the latitude longitude. I'll say okay, so let's say new year 1 1 2000 and 1 1 2020. Let's say how's the weather. Oh, oops, I guess I did the wrong thing, right? Like so maybe not, so it's actually correct, but uh 73 point, I guess, right? Like, so maybe is that the one? Yeah, 73.6 45. So the other way to do this is, it's an easier one, is just do this. Uh, okay, so I'll paste this here. Yeah, I think that's yeah. Uh, yeah, as you can see, it gave me these, like, this is so unbelievable, right? Like, already you can see, the 2020 temperatures are so much higher consistently, compared to, in 2000 it was like really cold. Like, in January it was supposed to be cold, 10 degrees, but in 2020 it's around 30 degrees throughout the day. That's reality of climate change, right? So this is, as exciting as it gets. So this is a very good example. Let me show you another example that I did as a fun thing. I also did this here. Basically, what I did here is, again, this is a one-shot thing. Basically, just tried it once and got it to work. So the idea here is, I asked it, okay, I need a web page that takes a text prompt and produces an audio using this thing called ElevenLabs. So ElevenLabs is this really nice company. It's a startup that, what they do is, they are like very they're the leaders in creating any sort of realistic speech, text to speech, speech to text, voice changer, dubbing, all of voice cloning, all of these. They're really, really good. Like, you can try some of these out. Like, for instance, you can upload your own voice and you have things spoken in another, say something else that you didn't say. All of these really scary stuff. But some of these are really good. Like, so basically what I wanted was a very simple website where I could give in some text, and that text is sent to this API, ElevenLabs API. It's called Sound Generation API. So again, what I did is I just checked, like, how do I generate sound using ElevenLabs. I and then I copy pasted all of the documentation from that. I didn't say, okay, use this as input, use this output. I don't care. I didn't give any of that. And then it just gave me a simple web page. Again, it told me, okay, don't embed these sorts of keys onto your code. Like, again, like, this is a free key. I did not give any of my credit card information or anything, so I don't care, like, for now. But yeah, you should never do this, by the way. But okay, and this is what it gave me, right? Like, so let me close these. This. Yeah, this is what it gave me, right? So let's see if you can listen to this. So okay, I said a volcano erupting. I'll say generate audio. So what's happening now is this text is sent to ElevenLabs, the API, and then you get back some audio back. Let's see. I haven't heard of this. I haven't tried this. So let's see how it looks. Okay, that sounds good, right? I mean, it's only a 1 second clip. So let me ask something, let's say a group of children are playing in a small classroom, something like this. Let's see how well it does. The good thing is you can generate multiple. Like, so if I rerun this, it'll generate a new sound for me. Yeah, I mean, you don't maybe see the use of this, but there's lots of producers of music videos and all of that would really love some tool like this. So, okay, so okay, that's quite good. Like, I mean, I go to my son's school, and this is exactly what I hear. So I can regenerate. Like, I can say, okay, let's do this again. Um, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Like, but again, like, the ability that, okay, I had this thought in mind and I did this within, like, 10 minutes. This is just unbelievable. And, like, obviously some of these use cases that I mentioned may not be the right use cases for me. I mean, you may find them useless or ridiculous or whatever. But it doesn't matter, right? Like, so the objective is, like, okay, you have an idea and you roughly know what to do. You give the AI this, and it gave me this, right? Like, so that's just the good thing about AI. So yeah, let's stop here. In the next video, I'll talk to you about how we can use AI for data analysis tasks. Thanks.